Right now. Oh boy. I had a great day today. I steered a number of buyers to Mario. Hopefully they closed. and, and I made a few $100 today. I bought some jade last night for $50 and turned it over for 170 today and kept the best piece and found out that if it's really from Wyoming, from an expert, that if it's really from Wyoming, it's worth a couple of $1,000s. If it's from British Columbia, which is what he thought, he says, no way that came from Wyoming. He's never seen any that was that quality from Wyoming. He said he sees that from British Columbia. He thinks it's from British Columbia. But if it's from Wyoming, it's worth a couple of $1,000. I'm gonna find out at eBay. I'm gonna put that up. I'll go get them. I got a monster opal today too. I went and sold the jade. I got a bunch of monster rocks today. I turned around and sold the jade to somebody, and then went out shopping with the profit. I had $120 more than I started out with. That's what I love about this business. You catch stuff like this. What this was a little, let's see if I can get the light on it so you can really see it well. Yeah, that's better. This is some bad stuff. So you can get the light on it enough so you can see where the light shining through it. This is some really good, nice material. Even if it's from British Columbia, he said it's still worth about $100. I might want to carve it. I don't know. The guy showed me this amazing polish, 3-step polish process. Coarse sand, fine sand, and then the polish. Wham. He said on some stones there's an intermediate step. You need to use a coarser polish first. But oh my God, it's just amazing finish. Then I went, yeah. Well, we'll start with from where the expert guy was, and the expert is Rezar. I forget his last name. He's like the world premier fire agate carver, and he had a whole pack of people. John somebody or another who was like an Apache, a San Carlos Apache, who brings rough from Slaughter Mountain, and Chris Anthony was there, who's like he's a California native that has a couple of fire agate claims and runs a couple of groups at Facebook. You can't really see these guys because they're rough, but there's 3 good stones in here. There's going to be one right here, one right there, and one up in here. Oh, one up in here, one there, and one over here. Oh, there, oh, there, and there. This one has just, this has got a big stone right up the middle, but it's got a funny fold. So it's going to be hard to cut, which is good. That's good, because if the color is there, like it should be, because it's, if you look on the side, you can see a lot of layering there. There's going to be a lot of color in this puppy. This one's got a nice big stone in there, right up underneath the chalcedony cap, right there. Hopefully, I'm going to get the super color, because these 3 rocks cost $70, and if I paid the full price, they would have been $90. This here, if it holds together, let's see if we can get some color. You can't see it; it just looks like a chunk of rock. But let's see if we can get some color out here for you. That's like an 85-gram opal. There's some flash. There's the green and the red. There you go. A little blue. It's got a lot of color. Ethiopian opal's real good for the color, but it's real bad for cutting because it fractures easily, real easily, just from the heat of polishing it and cutting and polishing even. You have to keep it real wet and work real slow, and or else you put it down. If you heat it up too much, it'll just crack. So anyway, I'm just hanging out tonight right now, taking care of some business. Who's here? Anybody say anything yet? No. Okay. Call line is open. I don't want to hear from Milton Dawkins. I'm just going to hang up on you, man. I'm just going to hang up on you. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. You're an idiot. I've got some amazingly like psycho shit that people believe that they've been acting on. That I'm gonna read for you and laugh at a little bit. That's one. So the reason for the title of this is because Finch thinks my life is mostly miserable. I don't let myself get miserable. My life is poor in money, but it's really rich in experience. And I don't give, Finch is one of these over affluent hippies he makes too much money from drugs. He's in Hawaii right now. Wait till he finds out what's going to happen next. As I've been, this is not about my internet butthurt. Never was. I have a Teflon ass. Excuse me. This has always been about me playing Duncan Clown for stupid people to try and expose the nature of cybercrime on the internet. The games that cyber criminals play. 419 letters and the phishing scams and the lotteries and all that happy horse shit. And then as time went on, what had happened is I had discovered a criminal white supremacist ring, sex slavers, connected to scam.com. And I've had nothing but trouble since then. Blown up computers. And totally, get what was happening was they'd send signals down the wire that were just putting too much voltage on the main board, and it burned things up. Get the fan going. I turn off the heater. I think I turned off the heat. Good. Yeah, I didn't. I had. This is a really nice apartment. And I'm it's a little, that's my shop behind me. People I meet are really digging me. I don't know what the hell these guys are talking about, screaming at customers. I wasn't screaming at any customers, scaring anybody away. Customers are digging the shit out of me and buying my stuff and Mario stuff. Excuse me. I'm an intersex person. I'm not a male or a female. But I prefer people to, relate to me as female because my male self is no fun. And most people do it without, they don't even need that much explanation most of the time. It's like, I'm not a guy. Oh, and half of them will apologize for getting it wrong. Unless, of course, you're a, fucking self-loathing sociopath projecting denial of your perversions at me. Transgender. Who the fuck would choose to be transgender? God. Nobody wants to talk to me tonight. I guess I'm going to start staring at the screen until somebody says something. Get back to what I was doing, which was mostly I got the mail taken care of, and I really don't feel like reading that thing. I don't feel like reading too much actually because my upper respiratory is too much dust. Been bothering me a lot lately. You know, I've been out in those lots. Rock dust, just horrible. Oh, it's too early. Let's see what this idiot has to say for himself. Lame. You don't need absolution. Dude. Fun. Is anybody here yet? I'm just oh, hi Heisenberg. Oh yeah, basically stalking. And wait till yeah. Okay, since I got somebody interested here, let me read this shit to you. This is the guy's name is James Faricio. He's considers himself Shantasina, which is the peacekeepers, the police force of the rainbow. But they don't like to usually call it rainbow, usually. Let me read this to you guys. This is just fucking incredible. This is James. I told security about Tommy at the gem show. Looks like the police are coming to escort him off because he's refusing to leave. On what grounds are they telling Tommy to leave? The video I showed them. He is a danger to children and they want him to leave. Where he was vending is private property and the owners do not want him there due to him admitting to being a pedophile. I never admitted to being a pedophile. I admitted to accepting the invitation of an illegal minor who was already naked in bed with my old lady. And I was coming in after a long day's work, heading straight for the bed, and there just happened to be two naked women in it. And I just, sorry, I didn't stop to think that one of them was underage. And 37 years later, I might get somebody on a vendetta against me. Wait till you hear about this vendetta. Okay, I just had the police officer give me a call back. They're not running him out because he's not a registered sex offender. They're going to be keeping an eye on him, and he has one strike and he is out. I spoke with one of the lead security guards at the show, and he is going to be personally posting up near his booth to make sure that there are no issues with him. Apparently, just before me telling them about this video of him admitting to touching a child, he was screaming at customers and scaring them away. I wasn't screaming at anybody. He's on very thin ice with him, and I don't think he's going to last more than a couple of days because in the next 2 days, I'm going to be making posters of his face with a link to the YouTube video of him admitting what he did. That's not legal, pal. That's just totally not legal. Here's Finch. This is his only livelihood. What do you suggest he does once you run him off his gig? Just ask him. Don't know what the end game looks like. Tommy won't just go away. That's because Tommy's like federally subsidized for one thing. Has been for many years. Tommy's overhead is paid by Uncle Scam. And so, this hurt, but I just rolled with the punch, got back up, and made a couple $100 today on my own without a booth. What happens to him is not my problem, nor is it anything I'm concerned about. That is his own fault. He created his destiny. He does play saxophone on 4th Avenue. He can go back to doing that for tips, but I must assure you that my flyers are going to hit 4th Avenue as well. Buddy, you're getting cuffed. So you're trying to starve him to death functionally. He created his own destiny. Now he gets to lie in the pit that he has dug himself. I'm sure there are all kinds of welfare programs he would happily take up. And to be frank with you, if he did starve to death, that's one less sex offender on the streets to touch my child. The dude can rot in hell for all I'm concerned. I must also tell you I have a slight personal vendetta against them beyond him being a sex offender. He got me blocked at Facebook during the time of the National Gathering last year in Georgia. I was unable to coordinate Camp Liberty because of him. The people who showed up to come to Camp Liberty did not know where to go because I was blocked. Oh, boo-hoo. So you want to ruin my life over that. With lies and innuendo and supposition that is just like totally like not real. Excuse me. We had moved from Front Gate to Bull Mountain. Why do you think I should care about his destiny? Only because you are actively interfering in it. Otherwise, I wouldn't care either. Finch is getting some second thoughts around here. What do you hope to accomplish?
If Tommy has to leave town, nothing changes. If Tommy has no money to survive, it doesn't make her any more or less of a danger to children. Her existence is miserable most of the time. So make fun, take the piss. I just don't feel good about basically taking a mostly homeless person's only legitimate work away. Well, that's a nice thought. But my life is not mostly miserable. Okay, I just don't have much money because I'm not motivated to go out and make a lot of money. Mostly, I can make a lot of money, but I don't like to work that hard. This has nothing to do with Tommy. This has to do with the children I'm trying to protect. Whatever happens to that creep, I could care less. But what I do care about is that other children are not hurt. Tommy is not homeless. You're going to be a fucking inmate, dude. Total fucking inmate. I was just minding my own business. I have been just minding my own business all these years. They say I'm a notorious troll. I'm just going doing my thing, which is, commenting on, I'm sharing news and entertainment media from the indie arts, the hippie indie arts world. That's me. I'm Tommy Tudor. I'm the founder of Real Things Artisans Cooperative. We've been around since 1985, me and my pals. And we're fun folks. We're talented people that make pretty things and play a lot of music. I posted that, chimp. You're not welcome here, dude. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking transphobic idiot. Unless, of course, you want to tell us what happened in Portland that got you run out, you little fuck stain. So anyway, to continue the read on this, because Finch lied. Yeah, Adam, I hope you're going to get, somebody's going to forward this to you, you little putz. Garrick's going to be in your shit any minute now, if he hasn't already. So here's Vince. He says, I just don't think the 35-year-old story about a 15-year-old Tommy didn't kick out of the bed is the same as a dangerous predator. I think Tommy was incredibly foolish, not much more. 35 years ago, she would have been in her young 20s. She wasn't but that old. Half the states in this country have gray areas about 16-year-olds and adults. Yes, they do. And what happened, it wasn't prosecutable. She would have never complained. Her father wouldn't even have complained. Her father even knew about it. Again, not saying it was acceptable. It was wrong and terrible. Boy, well, how do you feel about Brock Turner, you assholes? That's all I got to say. I don't think all cases of consensual statutory rape, sexual activity is the same as an actively predatory pedophile. I think Tommy has paid that incident times over for all the grief it's brought over the years. It's really only in the past few years. Up until then, it was just a story that I fondly told, a story of my past that I told fondly. And they let this guy near kids is like, woo. I'm experienced in helping with counseling for juvenile sex offenders, and I'm aware that when somebody has done this once, they will do it again if they haven't already. Furthermore, Tommy, having made this video, is just giving him a dog whistle, giving a dog whistle to other pedophiles. God, what a fucking weird people. Furthermore, why do you keep referring to Tommy in the past tense as she, when self-admittedly at that time, Tommy identified as a male? No, I didn't. I never identified as a male. I faked it for a long time. Trying to use the female pronoun for her all the time because, from my perspective, she came out as always having been female, but being in the closet or denial about it all the time, at the time. The video was because 4chan and Kiwi Farms and others taunted Tommy into making the video. Tommy is easy to goad, manipulate, and get riled up. Yeah, he got really riled up this morning. The story first came out in a supposedly safe space at Rainbow Brother Sister Circle, where people were talking about sexual trauma and their issues, and emotional Tommy confessed in the confines of the circle. That is utter horseshit, Finch.
You are one lying motherfucker. Okay? Be happy I'm not a violent person, but I'm going to hurt your life for this kind of shit, dude. If I can make it happen, you're going down hard. For what was her name? The little girl whose dose of LSD from your crowd led to her suicide. Oh, are you really James Faricio, you piece of shit? Call. You're going to jail, pal. That's false reporting. And I'm going to get $30,000 out of the promoter for what they did on your say-so, you stupid motherfucker. So anyway, back to, I think we'll go back to Twitter. I haven't been there for a while. They were laughing at me about how I can't sell anything. And how because I said, do you like it enough to buy it? And then there was no response. Well, I told him the response was going to come in private because, people like her don't want to put it out in public, and she's sending me money for it tonight. So namaste, motherfuckers, fucking idiots. Here they are. This is our private group I'm looking at right now. There's this big thread that's been going on for over a year, which is why that was the only reason I even started posting a lot of Twitter, was to get in there and scrap with the Zionists, and so I make a lot of friends quick that way. Get more I get a lot of enemies too, but people like, whoa, they see people speaking truth to power about the Middle East conflict, and they're like, oh yeah, it's very, very close knit folk. It's that follow back thing. Facebook over the people supporting the Federation plan, very close. They travel long distances to see each other and party together in the real world. Go to 4 or 5 of them meet in Palestine and shit. Or the girls will get together in Los Angeles. I see 15 of them grouping up. And so this is our side group for that thread. I need to take a picture for somebody. Wants to see my green crystals. I didn't show these yet to the stream. Some emeralds, from Zambia. Little bitty guys, nothing really. Oh, you're just an idiot. James looks like a hillbilly. Who the fuck would believe him? You're just a sock. You're just a sock. You're out of here. Oh shit. They've hacked the controls again. Okay, well, we're just ignoring you because you're not really James Faricio. Yeah, he's leader of one of these veterans vigilante groups, militia boys. Fuckers walking around town packing heat. Shit. It takes long to bring over the camera there. Oh my God. They're nowhere near as nice as the Brazilian or Colombian emeralds. These guys are meh. I don't want a gun or need one, thank you. Violence is the last refuge of the incompetent. Go ahead, speak. Hello? Who's calling? Who's calling? You're the dude I don't want to talk to. Bye. Yeah, and he's also, you know, he's made a lot of like really foolish moves, starting with a false report to the police about me being a sex offender. Yes. You have nothing intelligent to say. You're not talking about any topics I want to talk about. Goodbye. Don't bother. Oh, now I'm going to ignore you here since they seem to have hacked the controls, fuckhead. I want nothing to do with an asshole like you. I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer. You are on total ignore, pal. I want nothing to do with you. You're an idiot. Impress me with something I want to talk about. Maybe I'll unblock you. But I'm definitely about. If I can find James Parisio channel, it's getting blocked. I don't know how these people do this. How in the fuck do you make a channel that does not show up on the search? How the fuck do these people do this? Nothing there. No, fuck you. I'm not interested. No, I'm not a man. Go fuck off. I'm serious. I got nothing to do with you. Goodbye. You're on ignore. Your suppositions are ridiculous. This is some funny shit too. This is some real funny shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to read this for you. Sneasel did some keyboard hammering. He must be worried. he's he, or, or he's just totally stupid. Trying to gaslight me. It's total fucking gaslighting. I'm really not very good at it. Okay, so here's what Sneasel's saying. What's he responding to? Oh, okay, I guess I gotta read the whole thing. The whole thread. Gotta get read. So how did this start? This guy looks like he means business. No, I don't want to read the whole thread. This is today's yes. I can't understand you. You're coming in garbled.
I'll talk about any topic you want to talk about right now.
What's your interest in me? Like, why are you following me? How did you find me?
What?
I said, what is your interest in me? Why do you follow me? How did you find me?
Well, you gave out your phone number.
Well, how were you even here to see it? How did you even know that I exist? There's 7 billion people on this planet.
Well, you can take Moon for that.
Thank who?
Moon.
Who?
Moon.
Write it in the chatter. I can't understand what you're saying. I'm not a real man at all. That's one reason you're not welcome. I'm an intersex person. I'm kind of bigender. I don't want to be relating to people who want to relate to me as a male. I'm a female person. If you can't deal with that, I won't deal with you. Do you hear me? Do you read me, boy? Do you read me? If you cannot deal with me as a female, I will not deal with you. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? I am not a male.
I got you.
Thank you. So I'm not going to grow any balls because I already have some and I'm not at all happy about having them. And I'm not going to get them cut off either. I have to deliver them to my maker. Excuse me? Okay, well, that was the right thing to say.
I just said, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm basically tonight, I'm just like dealing with this, my current status of having somebody lie about me to the gem show promoter and get me thrown out of a show that I was making money for the guy that invited me to the show in the first place. They had to fucking threaten him to throw me out. He's like, what are you talking? You know, they're trying to tell us we don't want a sex offender on my property. And I'm not even a sex offender. They're trying to make me out. They're trying to make me out to be a child rapist because I admit to not kicking a minor out of bed that had invited me in my bed when she was in my bed with my old lady.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard the whole deal.
Yeah, and they're trying to turn it into something it's not. And that's fucking libel. And they're inciting violence against me. You know, this guy was incited to violence. This guy's a total fucking psycho, wacko fucking veteran with organizer of veterans, organizer of fucking wacko veterans, who's on, you know, who's like, he was I didn't read that, but he was improperly touched as a child, and so it's like his life's work to like eliminate the world of people who touch children improperly. Don't want people thinking I'm propping them out. Yeah, well, that's what they thought of. Yeah, well, that was not. They tried to claim I was a sex offender. They made a police report that I was a registered sex offender. That's a fucking felony. What? The promoter. He went to the gem show promoter and told them that I was a convicted sex offender and showed them the video, and they called the cops. I don't know what all, you know, I'll find out later because I'm suing. I'm going down to police headquarters, going to sit down. I'm going to ask for the chief, the vice chief, the lieutenant in charge of internal affairs, Office of Professional Standards, and the investigator who filed the report. I'm gonna sit down with. I'll sit down with at least Peterson. I'll get to see at least Peterson and probably his lieutenant or his partner. That's, you know, Sneasel asked who I've sat down with. Golden and I have had a number of sessions, but never on tape. Golden never let me record anything. Oh, I'm going to sue the gem show people. I mean, I got them cold. I got them cold because the guy I was working for is going to be my witness. The guy, I'm going to get him for a lot of money. I'm going to get him for a whole lot of money. Huh? Well, this is what I do. You know, I'm up and down the street with my card and with Mario's card, and I did a couple $100 worth of business on my own today, and pulled in some money with my horn. I make $20-$30 an hour with my horn, at least. Yeah, sometimes 50 or 60. Well, what he did was really like cruel thing for anybody to do to anybody. Because to a stranger over a 37-year-old story like that. That, you know, people see that and are just shaking their heads. My friends, my good friends, are just enraged at it. The guy threatened my friend Maz is the one that spotted it and brought it to me, and he threatened her to where she's feeling like, you know, she doesn't want to be in the forest with somebody with a gun and a grudge. No, and apparently he just approached him and very smoothly convinced him that I was a child predator. And I'll bet, you know, knowing them, you know, the gift makers, they're gonna find this and they're gonna cut that out, and I am a child predator is gonna be the caption, and they think this is legal, and it's not. It's a violation of fair usage laws, and it's a violation of the First Amendment. The First Amendment does not protect people from inciting violence against somebody, even if it were true. It's not something that's legal to do. So he's threatening to put up posters with my name on it, and picture and talking about it, and a link to the video. This is not legal stuff to do. The video is not legal. Where they took they have one video, that's not even the one he's sharing around. They have one video where I was just listing the things that they were accusing me of. They've accused me of raping my sister when I was real young. And they've accused me of raping a boy at a rainbow gathering. What the fuck else have they accused me of raping? All sorts of shit. And I don't even want to talk about the dog thing tonight at all. Because that I wasn't anywhere near. Oh, blow me. It's a stem cell process, is what it is. Is what I'm waiting on. Stem cells to convert it properly. I was probably born with internal testicles and a blind vagina, which is called pseudohermaphroditic, and they surgically repaired that, giving me a proper testicles in the scrotum, with the nerve endings in all the wrong place, to where my mind's eye, always from the time I was little, was looking for a vagina down there. I never understood when I was young what the problem was until, I got to be like 8 or 10 years old, and it became much more clear. I learned about Christine Jorgensen, and there were we had neighbors who were transsexual. Young Clip. Carolyn Cossey calls it a giant clit. So why don't you tell me about yourself? Now that you got me willing to listen to your shit.
I don't have much to tell. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I just watched a little Kiwi Farm stream, so
looking for loud cows to talk shit to, so that everybody can get their giggles.
blocked me for some reason.
Well, that was the reason. I have no desire to be like mixing with Kiwi farmers on the Kiwi farmers level.
What did you say?
I say I have absolutely no desire to be mixing with Kiwi farmers on the Kiwi farmers level.
I'll call you later.
Oh, good.
The phone's all screwed up.
Well, yeah, I don't want to have to lean into the phone to talk to you, especially somebody like you. Bye. I definitely, I don't need it. I don't need it or want it. Same with you. Who are you, Tucson Stoner? I really just don't need it or want it. Don't be calling me Sarah Shithead. I was baited onto the site, and the only way I could respond to there was an imposter. There was somebody pretending to be me, which is what brought me there. And the only way I could say anything about it was to join. And then I got played a little bit, and it was like, okay, well, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, which was kind of stupid. And here we are. I hardly ever log in anymore. I committed to not saying another word on that site ever again, and just, if I needed to respond to something, I'd do it in a live stream. I have a life that is away from the internet. I'm part of the indie underground from the internet all the way back machine. Archive.org. Look at the age on some of that shit. I was banned from where? Over the years, I've been banned from a lot of places, and 3/4 of them, I made them ban me. They're hacking my controls, because if I had controls, I'd be able to put you in timeout. I can't find any of your and this is going to be an issue with YouTube. I can't get a response out of them. I can't even
I'm not getting a response out of their so-called health community. Posted a couple of times there, and nobody said dick shit in response. It's coming down the wire that as soon as the job's clear the Dem show, I don't have another show until Memorial Day in Las Vegas, and I'm gonna be filing. I'm gonna be dropping paper bombs. I haven't been playing. I haven't been making infinite threats. This ain't about me versus you. This is about lots of people being exploited and abused by people like you, like all over the place. This ain't just me and you. This ain't my butthurt. I have a Teflon butt. So anyway, let's see what's happening here. Nothing much. This is AMB. I suppose I'm going to give it. I'll give Kiwi farmers a good chance to show up. Let's see some of the ballsy ones. Where's Big Todd? Where's Anonymous? Let's see some of the heavy hitters. Where's the girls? Where's some of the nasty bits? All them nasty bitches. How about what's your name? Who's the one you keep dragging me into group chat about what's the one? Dynastia, yeah. I never even talked to her. Let's see some Kiwi farmers. Yes. What happened? Oh well.
I just made up a new word. So here's extra duck sauce, which is a millennial turkey's idiot. And then let's see what's going on here. Oh, shit. I think I'm a drooling Magoo. I'm not a drooling Magoo. Sneasel, I don't know where the fuck did you ever take logic in college, dude? I mean, you're just some of your reasoning is like, woo, where the fuck did you come up with shit like that? I just made up a new word, digilante, which is a compound word from diligent vigilante. How much of these people are as vigilantes, especially that Parisio boy. I don't know. It's thought police. It's thought police. And authoritarianism. I mean, what may not happen? Oh, I'm making funny faces, aren't I? They have a Tommy deadline for them, and I declared that I was going to file something tomorrow, which isn't going to really it's probably not going to happen tomorrow. I was thinking of just running right down to the small claims court and filing on the promoter, and stopping at the city attorney or the city court and getting a restraining order on Parisio. But then I'm thinking it through, and in light of what I've learned tonight about what Parisio is doing and has done, he made a false report. The cops ran me looking for me as a sex offender and found nothing, and they let him go
when I was insisting on arresting him because he was part of a conspiracy to stalk me. And then I got somebody sending me all the transcripts of what he's talking about it in line, showing that it's a conspiracy. And then I got the shit from you guys. The Kiwi Farms and AMB. And you know, I'm hoping that they're taking me seriously enough and have contacted some of the other victims that I told them to contact. You people think I'm stupid and mentally ill. I guess that's I guess that says something for my performance art. All my life, people, you know, it's always embarrassed me telling me how smart I was. And here's these people trying to tell me how stupid I am. Well, a bunch of fucking idiots. Why did YouTube? Okay, hey Nuker, what do you got to say? YouTube recommended this channel to you because I am a lol cow. One of the biggest draws at Kiwi Farms, and I really want nothing to do with the fucktards. So what are you doing here? What are you doing at Kiwi Farms finding out about me because YouTube recommended it to you? I'm just a crazy old hippie artist. That's it. I'm a transgender hippie artist who is just hanging out. And unfortunately, I attracted the attention of a bunch of alt-right perverts. And my friends are scared to show their face anywhere because of them. And you know, there are prominent transgender people that don't want to be associated with them at all. They don't want to be mentioned in their names at all ever because of it. I'm taking a smoke break, and I got to do it outside. You know, Sabrina Parker is really some fucking gamer dude in Santa Barbara or Malibu or something. These are not the real people. And I'm not. I'm not. I'm no pedophile, hon. Fucking idiot. Oh, jeez. I hardly ever even drive part. Fucking idiots. I guess, you know, since there's nothing but assholes, I think I'm going to play for a while and see if anybody nice shows up to yell at you assholes. And otherwise, I got nothing to say to any of you fools. No, I'm 64 years old, and my friends are adults that play mature games, friendly games. They aren't mean to each other. They aren't stupid. Fuck off. You're right. No, I'm done here. Namaste, motherfuckers. Best of luck to you on the last day when you have to. When you have to. No, fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. You're worthless. I'm done. You're just animated shit. Bye.